Well, before I continue on with this, I have to say spoilers. I'm gonna be mentioning some spoilers, alright? Nothing more. Spoilers. So, you've been warned, alright? Continuing on. I just got back from watching the new Mario movie that just came out, and wow. As me, for me right now, I am a Mario fan. I grew up with Mario. I love Mario. I love the games. Nintendo hasn't really been posting out too much new stuff nowadays, but I know they're working on some stuff, so I hope to see some improvement. But this review is coming from a fan's perspective, just like a true just Mario fan's perspective, because I've been seeing a lot of stuff on the internet with critics, reviews, all that type of stuff. It seems like people really have a, some people, mostly just like critics, have like a very bad side of when they see the Mario movie, and what I do realize with that is that it's mostly just from a critic's perspective, like story building, character arcs, or some stuff like that. But when I watch this movie, I didn't really go there for too much like story development. I didn't want story. I came here for like the Mario movie, like to see one of my favorite childhood video game characters on the big screen. And I went with a group of friends we've all grown up with Mario, so. And we went to that movie. We had a blast. We had fun. We had fun throughout that whole movie. We weren't like at a critic perspective, like, oh yeah, no, it's okay, man. No, it's like the humor's off point, the jokes are off point. No. We had fun with it. We had fun with it because we don't have too high expectations. We know this is gonna be. We know it's gonna be kiddish in a way. We know there's gonna be some jokes. There's gonna be some flaws, and there is. There's some flaws. All right. There's a few flaws, but overall, it's a good movie. It's an actual good movie. I enjoyed it. It entertained me throughout the whole time. It entertained all my friends. We loved doing that. We loved going out. We've been planning for this movie for a while. And honestly, the movie is great. It's great. Okay? It's a good movie. Alright? I feel like, if anything, this movie is made for this is a fan movie. Not a critic movie. This movie is a fan movie. So if you're a Mario fan, you're gonna love this. If you're a critic, have an open mind. Have an open mind. But yeah, no, if you are a critic, then you probably... I get it. There's not too much. The story's simple. The characters don't really develop too much. But there is some character development. And there's not too much going on with that side. Alright? That's fine. I love the movie either way. Because it's just... Once again, I'm just a fan. I'm not like a big critic. I'm just getting this review out there because this is my opinion. This is what I feel about the Mario movie. And honestly, it's just good. It's very good. I feel like out of all the characters there, definitely Bowser, Jack Black as Bowser, he definitely steals the show because out of all the characters, he was always the most funniest one out of every single one that was played during that. Yeah, no, I loved him. And honestly, when we first saw the first teaser for Mario and Chris Pratt's voice for him, we all were thinking, oh god, that just sounds like Chris Pratt. It doesn't sound like Mario. You don't think Mario when you're listening to him. It's just Chris Pratt. But when you actually watch the movie, and for the first minute that he talks and speaks all that, after that first minute, you don't even think that, oh wow, it's Chris Pratt. No, you just think Mario. Like, this sounds like Mario. This is like how Mario would talk. I wasn't expecting that. I was honest. None of my friends, me nor any of my friends ever complained about Chris Pratt's voice. It was just Mario, and everybody else's voice actors was amazing. The one complaint though with the voice actors is one that I wasn't expecting. Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong, and I don't know. When that voice, he did exactly what we all thought Chris Pratt was going to do with Mario. It just with Donkey Kong, he just sounds like Seth Rogen. There's no like added touch to it, nothing like that. No, it just kind of sounds like Seth Rogen. But yeah, no. But either way, even if he does that, Donkey Kong has amazing jokes in there as well. especially near the end of the fight with Mario, and Mario wins. He's like, he pops out the door like, "Hey, yeah, no, I let you win, by the way." That one had my friends cracking up, and me as well. I like that one. So yes, honestly, I feel like this is a very good movie. And back to the topic of Bowser, the thing they kept from the trailers, and I'm actually very glad they kept from the trailers, is the once again spoilers. Can't say anything. The thing is with Bowser is that his motives is not just to destroy the Mushroom Kingdom or become the ruler. His motives is to marry Peach, just like in Mario Odyssey. And this is like his whole and he has so many like moments where he's purely just like a simp, but then he turns into Bowser, like the turtle. I don't know, the guy. I don't know how to say it. He turns into a villain essentially. Yeah, no. But the moments where he is like simping is honestly funny. He turns into. It's honestly funny. The jokes that they make with that I laughed. I laughed at some. And don't get me started on the song he sings, Jack Black, as about the fucking Peaches song. That was amazing, and I'm so glad they released it out on Spotify as well and on YouTube. It was honestly, I love that song. It was the most funniest part of the movie. I'm not gonna lie, definitely that. We were all my friends and me weren't expecting that. We thought it was just gonna be like, oh well, he's here to become the ruler, destroy Mushroom Kingdom, all that kind of stuff. But no. He wanted to. He literally just wanted to marry Peach, and I love that. And it makes sense too, because in all the games, yeah, that's kind of his motive. It is kind of his motive in most of the games. So I like that. I like how they're spicing up the things. And speaking of Peach and all that, the next character I want to discuss, Peach. They're definitely taking on a different approach from her in the normal games, where she's the damsel in distress and all that type of stuff. Now she's an actual warrior, and I like this change. I like it. It makes sense because she's her backstory is technically she just as a baby she just kind of walked through the warp pipe and she was here. We don't know where she came from yet. There's still probably going to be a sequel, but yeah, no, she just walks through the warp pipe, the toads find her, and when she grows up, she becomes a princess. And it makes sense why she's skilled and has like a warrior type thing, because the Mushroom Kingdom is a very dangerous place, and she grew up with all the floating blocks and Goombas and Koopas and all that type of stuff. They grew up with all that. So now, she knows her way. She knows how to defend herself. She knows she's capable. And I like that change. It makes sense. It makes sense in my opinion. And it goes along pretty good. Now, the next character I do want to discuss is right after that, Mario. And technically it's going to be two, Mario and Luigi. I'm going to talk about them both. But Mario and Luigi, honestly, I like them. They were great characters. They were good characters. Like I said, voice actors good. Charlie Day did amazing as Luigi, sounded just like Luigi, and once again, I already told you about Chris Pratt as Mario. But I like the dynamic that they have near the start of the movie, where we follow them in Brooklyn, and they start their own like commercial and own little plumbing business, and then they run into Spike, who kind of insults them for leaving his job. And I like how they got this dynamic here where they're both brothers, they're both here, and the thing that that keeps repeating in the movie is that when they're together, nothing can hurt them. And I like that. And that's actually good symbolism for later. I'll talk about that later. But when they're together, nothing can hurt them, and they love each other. They're great brothers. They're great brothers together. And they have this scene where they're at home with all the rest of their family. That's something we don't really see with Mario. We never really saw the rest of his family. We never really saw where they go. And we see that his dad is kind of a bit, like disappointed with them. Like, why did you quit your job to start this old dream or plumbing business? And then he's like, the one main that really hits Mario is like, you always, you're not just bringing yourself down, you're bringing your brother down as well. And that just, and when he, and that right after that, Mario just leaves the dinner table to go into his room and then play the original NES. Another good reference. There's a lot of Easter eggs in this, tons of them, and I expected that, and I'm happy about that. But yeah, no, he goes in there. Luigi's still right there, and then they turn on the TV, and then they see that the city has a plumbing problem, and this is being told by Pauline, another reference to Mario Odyssey. She's apparently the mayor of, I think, Brooklyn this time, which is a very good reference. But anyway, then they cut to them going down in sewers. They try to fix it, and then they end up finding the warp pipe and then getting sucked in through the warp pipe. And now they're trying to reunite with each other inside the little warp zone, or whatever the hell it's called. And Luigi and Mario get split up. Now, that was one of the main complaints I did see with a lot of things, and I do kind of agree with it. Like, they get split up, and they get split up for almost the entire movie. And, you like this dynamic of both of them together. That's just the dynamic that you like. And I like their dynamic, too, with those two together. And, I mean, like, it makes sense. It makes sense why they do that, because they established in the first part of this movie that they're better together. They do everything together. And now when you split them up, that creates conflict with that. So even though this movie does have too much, story building and all that type of stuff, it still has some conflict, which I like. I like that they are still trying. The story is pretty simple as well. It's a very simple story, but honestly, that's just how it is with the games as well. When you're playing the games, there's no real very big story on it. That's never what the Mario games have been about. It's just been having fun playing them, and that's exactly what this movie makes you feel. You're just having fun with it. You're not invested in the story too much. You're still invested in it, but not like that. You're not there for the story. You're here to have fun. That's what I like about it. That's what they made with the Mario movie. But anyway, yeah, no. As I was continuing on with that, Luigi goes over to Bowser's Kingdom, and Mario goes over to the Mushroom Kingdom, where he meets Toad. And personally, I love the Key and Peele, their little shorts that they do. So when I heard that Keegan-Michael Key was playing Toad, I was excited to see what it. And he actually sounds like Toad. He makes a good Toad impression, and Toad isn't really featured. He doesn't have too many lines here, but when he does have lines, he does them great. So there's not really too much with Toad, but yeah, he's a great guy. He's a great character. Yeah. The biggest complaint that I had with this movie, and it's just kind of like a minor thing, and I've seen other reviews, they've had this complaint as well, is the pacing. The pacing between going through each and every segment of the movie, all that type of stuff. It goes by pretty fast, the pacing. I don't know. It goes by pretty as soon as Mario jumps into the Mushroom Kingdom, he's already meeting Toad, and within the first minute they're already going over to the princess's castle, and even that conversation with the princess is just 40 seconds, and they're like, alright, we're off. It's a bit, it's fast. It's fast paced. But the even the Mario games have sometimes been pretty fast paced as well, so it makes sense. But it's not a major problem, it's like a minor problem. I still enjoyed it, but this movie's probably going to go by pretty fast. But the saying that time goes by fast when you're having fun. So you're having fun with this movie. That's why it's going so fast, because you're having fun with it. Alright? I don't know. That's really my... Okay. Oh, one last thing with Mario and Luigi. This last thing. Near the end of the movie, the final thing, remember I told you about that symbolism, we're together, nobody can lose? Well, the way to defeat Bowser and his army, Luigi brings up the manhole and protects Mario from Bowser's fire as he's trying to grab the superstar. And after that, they both just grab hands, and then they both jump at the star and grab it together. Now, what I thought was going to happen when I saw the superstar included in the trailers, I definitely just thought Mario was just going to get the superstar and was going to go crazy. But this makes sense, because they both got the superstar, and now they're both invincible, and they're both together. That's where the symbolism comes in. They kept saying, together nothing can hurt us. So now nothing can hurt them now that they're together and they're invincible due to the superstar. And that last scene where they're just piling through all the Koopas and all that Bowser's army with the superstar, it was just amazing. And if you hear in the background, you can even hear a remix of the original Superstar song. You know, it's in the background as well, and it's just amazing, just like seeing all that. And then the way they defeat Bowser as well. As soon as they just beat the crap out of him after that, Peach it feeds him a damn mini mushroom and just turns him small and then puts him in the jar. And honestly, I found that pretty funny, and a funny way to defeat Bowser. And I know he's probably gonna come back in maybe the sequel or maybe the third one. We all know he's probably gonna come back. Since he is still alive. And yeah, no, that's about it. The last thing that very last thing that you want to discuss, the post-credit scene where it shows Yoshi right in the wreckage of the sewers in Brooklyn. They show the Yoshi egg starting to hatch, and then that simple just Yoshi line right at the end of it. I'm assuming that's hinting towards the sequel, and I can't wait for that because Yoshi is one of my favorite characters in Mario, and I'm very excited for that. Very excited for Yoshi. Can't wait. But anyway, yeah, no, that's my take and review on the Mario movie. I really, really recommend it, but that's just my recommendation. I mean, like, not even people really know me per se, but if you're a fan of the Mario movies, go watch this movie. You will love it. If you're a critic, just have a little bit of an open mind. Just know that this is a fan-based movie, not really a critic-based movie, if anything. Yeah, it's made for the fans. And if you are a Mario fan, you're going to love it. You're going to have a blast with it. You're going to see so many references. But yeah, no. And if you're a critic, have an open mind. Enjoy your time, essentially. Don't just look at the flaw. Enjoy your time with the movie. Alright, well, thank you for sitting through this entire thing and actually giving a crap about what I say. And goodbye.